The cameras might have stopped rolling, but the chaos hasn't cooled one bit. Whispers are flying through every corner of social media, timelines are drowning in speculation, and one question has everyone talking. Whose side is Bambi really on? What started as a routine evening for the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta cast has turned into the season's biggest storm. Between Rasheeda Frost and Sierra Gates, tempers are flaring. Alliances are breaking, and now Bambi, the woman once known for her calm voice and maturity, has stepped straight into the fire. At first, nobody could believe it. Fans replayed the episode frame by frame, searching for clues, trying to decode every glance, every whisper, every half-smile. Was Bambi's move loyalty, strategy, or pure survival? Whatever it was, her decision to take sides sent shockwaves through the cast, leaving friendships dangling by a thread. What had started as a simple disagreement between Rasheeda and Sierra quickly spiraled into something much bigger, something personal, something explosive. That night had all the makings of a fairy tale, chandeliers glowing, laughter echoing, glitter shimmering across designer dresses. But behind the smiles, there was an uneasiness that even the cameras couldn't disguise. Fans later said they felt it through the screen, that quiet tension before the storm. The tension that everyone ignored until it was too late. Rasheeda, ever the boss, walked in with her usual poise, confident, polished, untouchable. Her presence filled the room without her even trying. Meanwhile, Sierra sat at the far end of the table, her laughter a little too forced, her posture too stiff, like she was bracing for impact. Everyone sensed it. Something was brewing. The air was thick with unspoken words. Then it happened. Sierra leaned forward, her tone sharp enough to slice through the chatter. "I don't understand why you always come for me, Rasheeda. It's like you can't stand to see me grow." The room froze. Glasses hovered midair. Conversations died. All eyes shifted between the two women as tension wrapped around the table like smoke. Rasheeda's lips curved into a knowing smirk, her eyes gleaming with the kind of confidence that comes from years of surviving this industry. "Grow, girl? I've been in this game before you even thought about stepping into it. Don't mistake advice for shade." Her words weren't just a clapback. They were a reminder of power, of hierarchy, of experience. The energy changed instantly. Bambi, sitting a few seats away, glanced nervously between the two. For years, she had been close with both women. Fans expected her to play peacemaker, to step in and calm the fire before it turned into a blaze. But instead, she stayed quiet, her silence louder than any word she could have said. Then, Sierra's frustration boiled over. She slammed her chair back, standing tall and trembling with rage. "I'm tired of being treated like I'm beneath you. You think your crown makes you better, but I'm not here to bow down." Her voice cut through the room like a knife. Even the background music seemed to fade, as if the world itself was holding its breath. Rasheeda rose from her chair, her tone cold, her stare sharp enough to pierce steel. "Beneath me? Don't flatter yourself. I don't see you beneath me, but I definitely don't see you on my level either. Everything you've got came from doors people like me opened." Gasps echoed. The energy was electric. From across the table, Carly Red, ever the chaos conductor, laughed and shouted, "Oh Lord, somebody hold my drink. This is about to go down in history." Her words were gasoline on an already burning fire. The cameras caught every second. The gasps, the shifting chairs, the looks of disbelief. And then, when no one expected it, Bambi stood up. Her calm voice cut through the storm like thunder. "Sierra, you need to stop playing the victim. Rasheeda isn't the problem." "Maybe you are," the room exploded. Silence first, then chaos. Sierra's face went pale, her voice cracking with disbelief. "What did you just say?" she whispered, her hurt slicing through the air. "You too? I thought you were my friend." Gasps filled the room, followed by murmurs and camera flashes. Fans at home lost it. Tweets, memes, hashtags. "Bambi just flipped the whole show," one fan posted. Another called it betrayal of the year. Rasheeda crossed her arms, satisfaction flickering in her eyes. "See? It's not just me saying it. Maybe you should listen." That hit Sierra hard. Her eyes glistened as she shouted, "You're all just gonna gang up on me? I've defended you both when everyone else doubted you. And this is what I get? Her voice shook, but her pride wouldn't let the tears fall. Bambi folded her arms, steady, unshaken. Nobody's ganging up on you, Sierra. But you can't keep blaming everyone else for your problems. At some point, you have to look in the mirror. The silence that followed was deafening. Even Carly's voice softened for a split second before she burst out again, laughing through the tension. Oh, this is wild. Friendships falling apart, alliances shifting. This is TV gold, y'all. And she wasn't wrong. Within minutes of the episode airing, the internet exploded. Hashtags for Bambi, Rasheeda, and Sierra trended worldwide. Fans took sides. Some praised Bambi for speaking truth. Others called her a traitor. Either way, she had become the center of the storm. But the drama wasn't done yet. Not even close. As Sierra's anger turned into heartbreak, her voice broke. I can't believe you, Bambi. I trusted you. I thought you had my back. Her tears fell freely now, glistening under the bright set lights. The cast members shifted uncomfortably, unsure whether to comfort her or stay silent. Rasheeda, unfazed, leaned in slightly. Loyalty is earned, not owed. Maybe it's time you learned that lesson. The words hit harder than any shout could, and right then, fans watching knew this wasn't just another argument on reality TV. This was betrayal. Raw, real, and televised. The tension in the room was thick enough to choke on. Sierra stood frozen, her chest rising and falling fast, her tears glistening like glass under the lights. So that's it? She said quietly. After everything, you're both just done with me? Her voice trembled, but her words carried the kind of pain that silenced everyone. Bambi didn't flinch. Her voice was calm, but her tone cut like ice. No, Sierra. We're not done with you. You're done with yourself. You've been playing the victim so long you forgot how to take responsibility. The words hit like a slap. The whole room gasped. Even Rasheeda looked surprised, then smiled faintly, crossing her arms as if the final verdict had just been delivered. See what I mean? She said. You can't keep calling it betrayal when people finally start telling you the truth. Sierra's heartbreak turned to fire. Her voice cracked as she shouted back, No! The truth is you can't stand anyone shining but you. You tear down every woman who tries to rise. The room shook with her words, emotions spilling over into chaos. Carly Red was half laughing, half shouting, Oh my God, this is history. Thrones are crumbling tonight. And for a moment, it really did feel like a throne was falling. Yandy Smith, her patience finally gone, raised her voice. Enough, look around, y'all. This isn't loyalty, it's destruction. You're all tearing down everything you built. But her plea fell on deaf ears. The hurt ran too deep and no one was ready to let go. Rasheeda stepped closer to Sierra, her tone cold, final. You talk about respect, but you've never earned it. You want a crown? Build your own. Stop crying about mine. Sierra lifted her chin through the tears. I already am, she said. And maybe that's what scares you the most. The room went dead silent. Even Bambi, who had stood firm all night, shifted slightly, her eyes flickering as if she felt the sting in those words. Kirk Frost tried to intervene. That's enough, all of you. This is getting out of hand. But it was too late. The damage was done. Friendships were broken, alliances shattered, and reputations changed forever. As Sierra walked out, her final words echoed through the chaos. I don't need your loyalty. I don't need your approval. I'm done living in anyone's shadow. The door closed behind her and the room fell quiet. Rasheeda stood tall, her jaw tight, her voice steady. Let her go, she muttered. She'll learn this world isn't made for the weak. Bambi said nothing. She simply stood there beside Rasheeda, unshaken, her silence louder than any confession. That night didn't end with peace. It ended with power, bruised, bloody, and unforgettable. And for fans watching around the world, one thing was clear. The cameras might have stopped rolling, but the fallout had only just begun.